Why do you think you managed to get on board such stellar investors as we see the likes of Accel, Insight Ventures, and Sequoia?
Well, first, thanks for having me, Caroline. Look, it's a good trend, I think. With our investors who are coming in, they've been our investors along the way, and we just launched something called an experience management platform, and we believe the world's going to be competing on experiences in the future, and they're ready to back it. We're a 15-year-old company, and we're at scale. We're already cash flow positive, and we have been the whole time. And I think what we're seeing is just a little bit of a division between, some of the high-funded growth companies that have kind of had a little bit of hiccup between $1 and $200 million in revenue, and those that can get through that. And I think those are great bets for VC companies.
And do you think that many need to show now this path to a clear business plan, to revenue? You have it at, $250 million, to cash flow positive. Is that really what the VCs, the backers, are wanting to see?
Yeah, I think you've got to have a definite path towards that, and as well as a market in front of you when you get to that point, because they're obviously looking for a multiple, not a percentage on a return, and that was very clear. And so I think our VC saw both of those. They said, wow, this company's actually accelerating when they get to be this size, and they're already looking at it and being able to comp it to public companies that are going out right now. And so there's not a lot of risk in the model, and so I think that helps a lot.
Talk to me about the public companies that are going out right now. As you mentioned, Okta just took to the market an IPO. It's an enterprise software company, and it's, well, what is it? Valued at less than you are. And we're seeing the likes of MuleSoft came to the market. Why, when your current valuation is so large at $2.5 billion, did you decide that private funding was still the way to go?
Well, actually, if you think about it with like MuleSoft and Twilio and Atlassian, a lot of these really good public companies now, we're all able to do this and take a pre-IPO round that was beneficial. And that's for helping employees and liquidity and putting some money on the books. And if you can do that, it's a special thing. And so we jump through that.
And so therefore, it begs the question, the IPO is the next thing to be being eyed. And do you have an idea of the sort of time frame?
No, I think, I mean, the good thing about Qualtrics and being cash flow positive and the scale we are, we can really look at the window that we feel comfortable with. I'm not smart enough to time the market. And, we built this thing for a long time. And so we've got a great team at Qualtrics, and we're going to go out and lock arms. And the IPO is not our final destination. We're much more concerned about being public and what the next 10 years look like. I've been doing this since I was a junior in college 15 years ago, and I want to do this for the next 15 and 20 years. So the IPO is just the next step. And this was a great step to get there.
What do you think becoming public would add? I mean, is it an element of discipline? Is it an element of another cash injection? What are the upsides?
Well, I think if you look at the announcement, we also added is our audit chair, Murray Demo, who was the CFO of Adobe and now the current CFO of Atlassian. And just working through the preparation, it's going to make you a better company. And I think that's the case in Qualtrics. It's definitely making us a better company as we go through this all the way around. And, as we're looking at good companies that are able to do this and actually be public and do well after that, that's the goal. That's the goal. And I think that it's definitely the next step.
And I'm looking at the beautiful background behind you, Salt Lake City. It's just a short flight from Silicon Valley. But Ryan, what was the reason why you didn't base yourself here, or indeed in another significant tech hub, dare we say? And what is your idea of global outreach as well?
So we are a global company. I mean, we've got 10 offices. We have 200 folks up in Seattle. We're all over. I mean, in Europe and in Asia. So we've got a great global footprint, and we've been investing really hard into that expansion. But me personally, I mean, we started in Utah, in Silicon Slopes, and we love it here. I mean, I love it. This is a great place to raise family. It's a great place to call home base. And reality is I can get to San Francisco at times a lot faster than someone in San Jose.